Sup, Bad Girl Mystic here. Doing some coloring. Still working on this background, so you can see the progress I made from yesterday. And surprise, surprise, there's a squeaky toy in the background. No, surprise, surprise, I've been struggling with black. I'm not super crazy about this. I had this idea oh, I'll do this really dark and it'll look like a big swirl and it's coming out of the book and it's swirling out around all the different colored smoke. There's what we think in our head, and then there's kind of what does this. I'm not used to doing black backgrounds. I did work in charcoal when I was in school. I liked it a lot, but with charcoal, there's just like a little bit more. I don't know what to call it. Like my hands, it was just I could get into it more. I had a better feel for it than I do with the pencil. So I'm going to add a little more black to this. This is just color pencil and a little bit of highlighter that I already blocked in. As you guys know, I prefer working in doing a multi-mix media. I joke around everything but the kitchen sink. But in my pursuit of a black background that I think would be really cool, I try first the way it's shown in the tutorial, the way Amy was showing it. We'll see where it goes. Those of you who don't know who I am, I'm Bad Girl Mystic, and this is my vlog about coloring therapy for healing early childhood sexual trauma in using a holistic approach that focuses on the feminine. And I just share with you my experiences, what I've learned, and how it goes for me. I've been doing this for over 30 years. All right, so you want to know more, you can watch the other videos. I kind of go into a little bit more on the other videos. But we've been on a roll here. I've been talking about the root chakra from Embalk to spring equinox is in the wheel of the year, the root chakra, which is with the earth element. And what I'm talking about is building chi. So what happens when we've been in trauma or we've been triggered, there's a lot of fear in the air right now, puts a lot of strain on an already strained nervous system, one that has been over time wired for protection and survival. And when we don't trust ourselves, we don't have a center. Triggers and fear, especially if you're a kinesthetic learner, also known as an empath, can be very draining. So I was talking about building chi. And one of the ways I love to build chi is with coloring. And I follow Amy Cesare's Magical Planner 2020 Book of Shadows. Now, I also talked about balancing the masculine and feminine energies, because the masculine gets just drained and overwhelmed, and when the masculine is like, okay, I'm done, then we get things like chronic fatigue and autoimmune disorders, where literally the body's just drained of resources. It needs to be restored. And restoring, we see all these things about self-care and self-love, and a lot of them just seem they're great, in a moment it's nice, but you need more than a moment. You need more than just one treatment. You need more than just one day. It needs to be consistent and a practice. So coloring combined with music too is fantastic, because music unites the left and right hemispheres of the brain. So while you're coloring, you're channeling your magic. You're channeling that male and female balance. You're empowering the female, and your able then to give your masculine a new role where it is supportive to your feminine power as opposed to suppressing or dominating your feminine power for survival and protection. Trying to see if I can darken this a little and maybe it'll give it a little more pop. I don't know. We'll see how long I go with this. I'm going to leave this though, I think. These elements, black and white, which is very different than what I normally do. And I think I might go in and just add a little color pop into this. I really like how the book turned out. So today, I'm a little bit brain fuzzy. No coffee for me today. I'm actually having Tulsi tea, rose tea, which has Tulsi basil in it, which is what's called an adaptogen herb, which is wonderful, especially for healing the nervous system. But an adaptogen herb is a plant that goes in and finds where there's a weakness in the system and supports that weakness, supports that system, builds it up. And I was going to share with you some of my other supplements. Just FYI, this is my top 3 right now. I'm doing just to make sure that I have strong immunity. I did a live culture probiotic called BioK. Activa's not going to cut it. What happens is that you have to have a certain way of manufacturing probiotics, and if you have a freeze-dried capsule, you have to understand there's a lot of die-off of the probiotic, the healthy good guys that you're introducing into your intestinal tract. And so you want to make sure you have a probiotic so you have an army of good guys hanging out in your intestinal tract. But the issue with some of these freeze-dried is that when it hits the digestive system, there is a die-off. And so if you get a live culture probiotic, and I said my favorite is BioK, it's from a non-bovine source. And I forgot how many's in there, but it's an army. So my husband grabbed a couple of those. We both did 1.5 yesterday, and we gave some to the pets. Fire tonic, which is like apple cider vinegar. My favorite is number 9, but apple cider vinegar with peppers and garlic and onion. These are all immune boosters. Turmeric is a wonderful immune booster and adaptogen and anti-inflammatory. I take that daily also to support my adrenals. With all the fear going on, you want to support your adrenals. So I suggest, like, once again, turmeric is fantastic. Holy basil. So right now I'm having Tulsi tea rose, which is a very feminine plant, which is wonderful for empowering the feminine. And it has Tulsi basil. I forgot. I think there's a couple other supportive herbs in there. Wonderful. I'm also taking a from Herb Farm an adrenal nourishing complex. So there's a lot of good ways you can go with this. And zinc. If you do anything, do zinc. You can get zinc lozenges. I got a zinc with sulfate. Minerals, minerals are very important for keeping immune health. And I'm just rambling about vitamins. It's like an easy place for me to go into. All right, so I see the time. I'm going to wrap this up. I'm going to keep working on this. Post a picture of it when I'm done. And I've got a whole nother page I can practice a black background on. So I like tying in the 2 pages together. Anywho, still listening to my song Juice. Still practicing. Every time I hear the word magic, I imagine drinking up my magic juice. Making sure I dance every day. Wonderful, wonderful, wonderful for getting that flow going and boosting the nervous system. So that's my fear alchemy. Dance and color and build chi and support my earth elements with Mother Nature and Goddess support, and support my heart, support my imagination, and just keep affirming my desire to stay healthy and filled with vitality so I can keep going forward and doing what it is I want to do, which is share with you my practice, because it's just, we just need to support each other. And as women are being called upon to just step up and turn this motherfucking ship around. And even in the little ways, even those of us that are the shut-ins and have chronic illnesses, even we've got wisdom that needs to be called upon and shared these days. All right, love y'all. Mwah. Peace out.